Months to go until the general election. President Joe Biden was in New Hampshire today with a message he hopes will resonate with voters nationwide. News Center Maine's Zach Blanchard reports from the Granite State.
While his name wasn't formally on the primary ballot here in New Hampshire, the president's visit comes just days after his State of the Union address, boosting his campaign push to the November election. His focus, the economy.
Lowering costs for families. That's the goal of President Joe Biden at a rally with supporters in New Hampshire.
Well, I'm going to keep fighting like hell to make it fair.
You know why we did that?
As the country continues to recover from the effects of the pandemic and the cost of living soars, the president's optimistic about the economy, announcing his plans to lower costs of prescription drugs, strengthen Social Security and Medicare, and cut the federal deficit by about $3 trillion in the next 10 years.
But I'm a capitalist, man. Make all the money you want. Just begin to pay your fair share of taxes.
While inflation is cooling, everyday people aren't feeling the effects.
I'm very happy to see him.
It's why voters say the economy is top of mind this election year, second to issues like immigration and reproductive rights.
I think it's his national duty, really, basically.
New Hampshire is a strong blue-collar state.
Monday's event comes just days after the president's State of the Union address, which gave him a much-needed boost. Over the weekend, his Republican opponent, former President Donald Trump, made fun of the president's stutter.
Measures I'm going to bring the country together.
And blamed Biden for the ongoing immigration crisis and rising prices on everything from housing to food.
Everything Joe Biden touches turns to everything.
But in New Hampshire, President Biden promised to deliver for the American people by helping cut costs for low and middle-class families.
Building a future of American possibilities. Building an economy from the middle out and the bottom up, not just the top down.
He just has to prove it to voters.
He has to do some convincing.
Now, the issue of the economy is something that will be key in President Biden's re-election campaign, especially among moderate and independent voters in more rural areas, like in Maine's 2nd District, where former President Trump won twice now. In Manchester, New Hampshire, I'm Zach Blanchard, News Center, Maine.